They said he'd never rise, so he didn't rise. He erupted, not with grace, not with applause, but with fury carved into his bones. He doesn't beg, he doesn't break, he doesn't bow, because that kind of submission belongs to those still hoping the world will play fair. But he learned early, the world doesn't hand out mercy. It doesn't reward silence. It waits for you to blink, and then it strikes. He became proof that limits are nothing but imaginary fences built by people too afraid to run free. I became the thing they warned you about, the storm they laughed at until it hit. They looked at me like I was broken glass, beautiful but dangerous, sharp but useless, fragile enough to be forgotten. They saw shards, I saw weapons. I was cracked, yes, but never useless, never done. They whispered in dimly lit rooms where they thought I couldn't hear. He'll never make it. He's too emotional. He's unstable. Watch him crack under pressure. They didn't whisper out of truth. They whispered out of fear. Fear of what would happen if they were wrong. And they were. I didn't crack. I didn't collapse. I burned. I set fire to the lies. I walked through the wreckage they left behind, and I didn't come out the same. I came out with ash in my lungs and resolve in my fists. Every lie they told about me became fuel. Every insult they spat when I turned my back, I swallowed and forged into iron. Every closed door was a brick I used to build my own fortress. I didn't fall apart. I rebuilt. I didn't shrink. I sharpened. I didn't beg. I bled and got back up. There's a cold clarity that arrives when you've lost everything. When the ones you trusted vanish into shadows. When your phone goes silent. When no one checks if you're still breathing. In that void, something ancient wakes up. Something raw. I sat in that silence, not afraid of it, but molded by it. I made it my cathedral, my classroom, my forge. And in that silence, I met the truest version of myself. Not the version they trained me to be. Not the one that smiled politely, shrank his voice, made himself digestible. I found the voice beneath that. The one that roared instead of whispered. The one with purpose instead of permission. I listened, and then I rose. I didn't rise clean. I didn't rise pretty. I rose jagged and wild and dangerous. I rose dripping in rage, carved with scars, armored in every failure I was told would finish me. I stopped chasing approval. I stopped begging to be heard. I stopped asking for space. I took it. I stopped trying to be soft so others could feel strong. I was not made to be palatable. I was made to be fire. They said I was too much, too loud, too angry, too passionate. They said I felt too deeply, that the world would devour me whole. They were half right. The world tried, and I let it. I let it try to chew through me, and when it did, I grew teeth. I sharpened them on rejection. I filed them on loneliness. I bit back. I stopped making excuses for demons in disguise. I stopped smiling through manipulation. I learned to weaponize my silence. I made stillness my blade, presence my thunder. I don't flinch anymore. I don't falter. I don't wait to be invited into rooms I've already earned. Now they look at me and don't recognize what they see. Good. This version of me wasn't made for them. It never was. This version doesn't bow, doesn't explain, doesn't apologize for existing. I became what they feared. They never wanted me strong. They wanted me manageable, contained, predictable. They wanted to dim my fire, not feed it. But I escaped their grip, slipped through the cracks, turned every no into blueprints for something bigger. Every slammed door was a signal to start carving my own. I didn't wait. I built with bloody hands and relentless will. I became everything they swore I'd never be. Not because they were wrong, but because I made them wrong. I chose pain over numbness, truth over comfort, power over pity. I stopped waiting for someone to save me. I became my own salvation. I crawled through the ashes of who I used to be and found my spine buried beneath the wreckage. Now I wear it like armor. I don't apologize for the fire that burns in me. It's not just warmth, it's survival, it's clarity, it's strength. The kind of strength that doesn't ask for permission, the kind that doesn't need applause, the kind they pretend to admire but secretly fear. I don't feel pity, I don't feel remorse. That softness was burned out of me long ago. They took that from me, but they didn't take everything. They forgot something. I'm still here, breathing, rising, becoming. And now I am free, free to claim what is mine. Free to strike first, to cut deep, to show them what real power looks like. I don't seek approval, I don't seek love. Love is a fairy tale told in safe rooms. Love is a wound waiting to be used. I gave everything once, and now I give nothing for free. The good guy, he's gone. I buried him cold hands, no headstone, just silence. And from that grave rose something else, a shadow, a fire, a storm with no master. I have no regrets, I have no doubt. The path behind me is ashes, the path ahead is mine. I will not be stopped. Let them come with judgments, let them chant their labels. Monster, villain, too far gone. Let them scream, their noise is just wind. Their fear, that's fuel. They thought they could tame me. They thought wrong. I was the good guy, but not anymore. And I don't need redemption, I need legacy. They said I wouldn't rise, and I didn't. I ascended, burned through the sky they tried to hold me beneath. I'm not here to prove them wrong. I'm here to remind them how wrong they were. Every breath I take is a reckoning. Every step I take is a reminder that I will never disappear. I will outlast them, outwork them, outburn them. This isn't the end, it's just where I